welcome to my presentation. Dear students, I am Vinay Kumar, Assistant Professor, SVS College, Bantwal, 574211, Dakshina Kannada. So, one of the students asking the question and she is telling some doubts regarding the classification of cost. This topic is already discussed and posted to YouTube also. Anyway, once again I give an explanation towards a classification of cost. Basically, it is the process of grouping of cost according to the common characteristics like by nature, by function, by behavior, by controllability, by normality, and also by direct or indirect or for managerial purpose. So by nature, so you further classified into material cost, labor cost, expenses, etc. Okay. Again you are having some doubts, what is direct material? So direct material, they go into, it may be the raw material, semi-finished material, which became part and parcel of the product, are known as direct material. Example, cloth in garments, right? And then however, the direct labor also expand in altering construction, composition, conformation and condition of the product may be regarded as a direct labor, right? So then, so you are asking that, so what is the classification of cost according to by function, you are asking, right? Function means what? Function means an activity. So according to this, the cost is divided to the purpose for which they are incurred. It leads to the grouping up of cost according to the broad division of activity. The activities like production, administration, selling and distribution. Okay. So activity, based on activity, we are going to classify the cost. For example, factory overhead. Again you are having some doubts, what is factory overhead? It refers to all the indirect expenses incurred on the process and operation which commence from the receipts of a work order till its completion. So maybe it includes indirect materials, indirect wages, factory expenses like rent, rates, taxes, insurance, repairs, etc. Okay. So one more of activity, that is administration. The cost which is relates to the administration, like the expenses incurred in the direction, control and administration of an undertaking. That means management activity. Okay, management activity that includes administration. So some expenses they incur like office rent, office tax, office insurance, lighting, etc. Right? Similarly, one more activity, that is selling overhead. So it is also the expense which is relates to the selling divisions. They are spent on creating, maintaining the demand for the product. Okay. So retaining customer for the products or selling expenses. So it is one of the activities. So you should retain the customer by providing some expenses towards a sales divisions. Includes remuneration and salary to the sales personnel, commission, discount, etc. Similarly, distribution overhead is also the part of an activity. Here, the expenses incurred from the time the product is completed in the works until it reaches its destination. For example, warehouse rent, warehouse staff salary, insurance, etc. Hope you are understood the classification of cost by function. So I insist students you should collect some notes from the textbooks, or even though you can buy one small book, costly 170 rupees. The book is written by G. Balakrishna Shetty. The title is Cost and Management Accounting 1. It is suitable for the second year BCom students, those who are studying Cost and Management Accounting 1. Even though in the regular classes we are going to provide the question bank, okay, based on that question bank we are going to provide the answer also, but in this semester due to some problem we are doing the classes through online. So we give the questions and give the solution. So based on the question paper, so the questions relates to the problems towards cost sheet, it is compulsory. Okay, it is a 22 marks question, it is compulsory. Minimum you have to do the 15 questions. Okay, if you are wasting a time asking only theoretical question, it is too difficult. Okay, so anyway you have a doubt towards classification of cost, so I insist you need to go through the theory from the textbooks, collect those information, and daily you practice the problems towards cost sheet. Okay, otherwise it is too difficult. Anyway, I am not telling only one student, it is simply implies to all the students those who are under second BCom, either A section or B section. Anyway, today we are planning to do one problem towards cost sheet. So here also, so somewhere you are having some problem to see the the question and answer in YouTube. Maybe the clarity is not good, like that you are maybe asking. So that is not a problem. Okay, you just listen what I am telling. You take down that information in your notes. First you write the question. I am easily, slowly I am reading the question, and then I give the explanation. Okay, so the problem is calculate from the following particulars, prepare cost sheet showing the total cost per ton for the period 31st December 2012. So this is the problem given the particulars and the amount. The first one is raw material. Write down raw material 36,000, productive wages 35,000, direct expenses 3,000, unproductive wages 10,500, factory rent 7,500, factory lighting 3,700, power 4,900, direct fees within the bracket works 1,000, direct fees within the bracket office 2,000, sundry office expenses 1,000. Next, stationery, inner column office 900, factory 750, outer column 1,650. Then depreciation, plant 2,000, office building 1,000, loose tool 600, outer column 3,600. Then insurance, office 500, factory 1,100, outer column 1,600. Next, warehouse rent, outer column 300, bad debts 100, advertising 300, sales department salary 1,500, commission on sales 1,500. The total output for the period has been 18,424 tons. So directly they are given the output. Okay, write down the solution. That heading is cost sheet for the period ending 31st December 2012 underline. Under that, on the right hand side, output 18,424 tons. This is the output is done by the company. So some problem they are not given the output, you have to calculate, but in this problem they are directly they are given the output. Anyway, take down 5 columns. The first column, the heading is element of cost. Second column, total cost. Third also total cost. Fourth one, cost per unit, and last column also cost per unit. That means two column for each. Okay, first, so if you want to calculate the prime cost, what are the information is required? Go through with the pro forma, right? Under the pro forma, the first heading is to be raw material, opening stock of raw material, mining closing stock of raw material, like that information are given. Okay, but in this problem the opening stock and closing stock is not given. The only the raw material is given, productive wages is given, and direct expenses is given. Okay, directly put the information and the second column 36,000, 35,000, 3,000 respectively. Okay, for that amount you need to calculate cost per unit. Okay, how to calculate the cost per unit? I told earlier, 36,000 divided by 18,424 tons. That means 1.9539 is the cost per unit. Okay, similarly for 35,000, 1.89, for 3,000, 0.16. Okay, now we getting the prime cost is 74,000. Hope you are all understood. Then we are move on to the work overhead, are also called as a factory overhead, right? So add work overhead or factory overhead, underline. Under that, the expenses which is relates to the works or factory. For example, unproductive wages, factory rent, factory lighting, heating, power, direct fees within the bracket factory, stationery within the bracket factory, depreciation on plant, depreciation on loose tools, insurance within the bracket factory. Okay, these are the item that relates to works overhead. Okay, so the amount 10,500, 7,500, 3,700, 4,900, 1,000, 750, 2,000, 600, 1,100 respectively. Okay, for that amount we need to calculate the per unit. Similarly, each and every expenses are divided by 18,424 tons. Okay, you are getting cost per unit, that is 0.56, 0.40, 0.20, 0.26, 0.05, 0.04, 0.10, 0.03, 0.05 respectively. Anyway, the total work cost is 1,06,050 rupees. For that, the cost per unit is 5.75. Hope the students you are all are understanding and also you are following. Next, add office overhead. The cost which is relates to office, it is the one of the function, right? So like direct fees, sundry office expense, stationery within the bracket office, depreciation within the bracket office, insurance within the bracket office. These are the some expenditure we are putting under the first amount column, that is 2,000, 1,900, 1,500. Like add that expenses and put into second column. In the third column you need to calculate cost per unit. Again I giving information how to calculate cost per unit by dividing 18,424 to the each and every expenses. year 2000 divided by 18,424. 0.10 is the cost per unit. For similarly for 1000, for 900, for 1000, for 500 is 0.05, 0.04, 0.05, 0.02. So now we are getting cost of production. The second column, the total is 1,11,450. So this is the cost of production in rupees, right? Then you calculate for per unit for this amount. 1,11,450 divided by 18,424. That means 6.04 is the cost per unit. Next, add selling and distribution overhead. So similarly, the expenses which relates to selling and distribution division, like warehouse rent, bad debts, advertising, sales department salary, commission on sales. Okay, all the expenditure you should put into first column and add that expenditure to second column, that is 3,700. For each and every expenditure you are going to calculate cost per unit. The answer is 0.01, 0.0054, 0.0162, 0.0814, 0.0841 is the cost per unit for selling and distribution expenses. So add all the expenses, second column. Okay, 1,15,150. 1,15,150 is the total cost, and also we are called a cost of sales. So in this problem, sales are not given, so that's why profit or loss is not calculated. Thank you for watching.